Good morning, my dear students. Today, inshallah, we will study the relation between angles. Yesterday, we have studied some relations between the angles, and we see that we have two adjacent angles. What the meaning of two adjacent angles? Two adjacent angles and two adjacent angles. We can say that the two angles are adjacent angles if they have a common vertex and common side, and the other two sides are in opposite sides of the common side. As we see, we have two angles, angle DAC and the angle CAB. We can see that the two angles are adjacent angles because they have a common vertex, and this vertex is A, and the common side is AC, and the other two sides, AD and AB, is in opposite sides of the common side. So the two angles are adjacent angles, and we say that we have a complementary angles. The two angles can be complementary angles if their sum is 90 degree. As we say, we have two angles, angle CBA and the angle ZYX. The two angles are complementary angles because their sum is 90 degrees, 60 plus 30, 90 degree. So the two angles are complementary angles. And we say that the two complementary angles, their outer sides are perpendicular. As we say, the two angles CAD and DAB are two complementary angles. Their sum is 90 degree. So we will find that their outer sides, and it's very important remark, their outer sides are perpendicular. Their outer sides are perpendicular. And we say that if we have angle with measure 0 degree, the complements of the angle with measure 0 degree, it would be right. We want to find two angles. Their sum is good morning, Jana.
Good morning, Miss Aya.
Close your camera, Jana. Thank you. Be attention with me. We have two angles. The two angles are perpendicular, then the two angles are complementary angles. If we have acute angle, then the supplements of acute angle will be also acute angle. And we say if we have a right angle, then the complements of the right angle will be 0 angle. And we talk about supplementary angles. And we say that we can say that the two angles are supplementary angles if their sum is 180 degree. Angle XYZ and angle CBA. The two angles, their sum is 180 degree. One is 60 and the other is 120. Their sum is 180 degree. So we can say that the two angles are supplementary angles. And we say and we said that the two adjacent angles formed by a straight line and a ray with a starting point on the straight line are supplementary angles. As we say, we have a straight line, AB is a straight line, and the array CD is array with a starting point on the straight line. So the two angles are supplementary angles. Angle CAD and the angle DCB are supplementary angles. Let's find some exercise. If we have AD is a straight line, find the value of x. As we see in the example, we have three angles on the same straight line. Angle D, B, E, and the angle E, B, C, and the angle C, B, A. We want to find the value of x. To find the value of x, as we know that the straight line, the straight angle is 180 degree, and so the three angles are supplementary angles. So their sum is 180 degree. To find the value of x, again, the three angles are supplementary angles because it's formed from a straight line and a raise in the starting point on the straight line. So the three angles are supplementary angles. So their sum is 180 degree. Can we find the value of x? Sure. By add the other two angles and subtract it from 180 degree. So the value of x will be 180 degree minus 55 plus 65 degree. So the value of x will be 60 degree. The other example, as we say, we have as we see, we have a straight line DA and we have DBE angle with 40 degree and EBC angle with X degree and CBA angle also with X degree, and we want to find the value of X. As we see, angle EBC and CBA have the same symbol X, so the value of them are equal. Can we find the value of x? Sure, we can find the value of x by using supplementary angles. The three angles are supplementary, then their sum is 180 degree. So we can find the value of x, the value of angle E, B, A. All the angle E, B, A, this angle, the greater angle EBA, and divided by 2 to find the angle of it, the measure of each angle. So the value of x will be 180 minus 40 divided by 2. So each x will be 70 degree. So the value of x will be 70 degree. Okay. Are BA and BD on the same straight line? We say that straight line or the straight angle, the measure of the straight angle is 180 degree. So if we have angle, if the sum of measure of the two angles not equal 180, so the two angles not on the same straight line, or the two rays not in the same straight line. As we say, we have angle DBC and CBA. We have two angles. The two angles, if their sum is 180 degree, uh, so the two rays will be on the same straight line. The two angles, the sum is 125 plus 50 will be 175. So the two angles are not supplementary angles, not supplementary angles. There's some 175, not 180. So the two angles are not supplementary angles. So the two rays B A and B D not on the same straight line. The next question, we have two angles. We can say that the two angles are supplementary angles if their sum is 180 degree. The two rays is BD and BA will be on the same straight line if the sum of the two angles 180 degree. Add the two angles 135 plus 45, their sum will be 180 degree. Sure, so the two angles are supplementary angles, then the two rays on the same straight line. vertically opposite angles. We have two straight lines intersect. If we have two straight lines intersect, we have AB straight line and DEDC straight line. The two straight lines intersect, then each vertically opposite angles are equal in measure. What is what is the meaning of vertically opposite angles again? Two straight lines intersect, so each vertically opposite angles will be equal in measure. Like what? Angle DEA, this angle will be equal in measure angle BEC, this angle. Again, if we have two straight lines intersect. Good morning, Hannah. We have two straight lines intersect. If we have two straight lines intersect, so each vertically opposite angles are equal in measure. The two vertically opposite angles are DEA and BEC. These two angles will be equal in measure. And also angle DEB. This angle, and this angle. Vertically opposite angles equal also in measure. Again, the two angles are said to be vertically opposite angles and denoted by VOA, vertically opposite angles, and it's denoted by VOA. The two angles are said to be vertically opposite angles if the two sides of one of them are extent of the two sides of the other angle. Again, two straight lines intersect, that mean that with each vertically opposite angles equal in measure. So this angle will be equal to this angle, and angle DEB will equal in measure angle AEC. In the opposite figure, AB intersect CD. AB intersect CD. Two straight lines intersect. Find the measure of angle AMC. AMC. This angle with a question mark. As we see, we have two straight lines intersect. So we have two vertically opposite angles, and the measure is equal. Where is the vertically opposite angles? Angle AMC and two straight lines intersect, and angle DMB. Again, two straight lines intersect, AB intersect CD. So angle DMB equal angle AMC, vertically opposite angles. And as we see, the measure of angle EMD equals 30 degree, and angle EMC equal in measure equal also 30 degree. So angle DMB equal 60 degree. So angle AMC will be equal also 60 degree. 60, angle DMB 60. So measure of angle DMB equal measure of angle AMC, y vertically opposite angles VOA. Another example. Find measure of angle AMC. MC, this angle. We have two straight lines intersect. Pay attention, and the straight line AB intersects the straight line CD. So the vertical opposite angles will be angle CMA and the angle BMD, this angle and this angle. Vertical opposite angles are equal in measure. So EMB equal what? Can you find the measure of angle EMB? Pay attention with me. As we say, AB is a straight line and ME is a ray with a starting point on the straight line. So angle AME plus angle EMB equal 180 degrees. The two angles are supplementary angles. This angle plus this angle is 180 degree. One of them is 90 perpendicular, as you see perpendicular. So the other angle will be also 90 degree perpendicular. And BMD equal DME. So each one of them, so each one will be equal 45 degree. So angle CMA equal also 45 degree. EMB, let's see, angle, measure of angle EMB equals 180 minus 90 degree equals 90 degree. And the measure of angle BME, BMD equal DME equals 45 degree. So measure of angle AMC, the required one, CMA or AMC will be equal measure of angle BMD. Why? Vertically opposite angles and each one equals 45 degree. The accumulative angles. And a relation between the two angles. What is the meaning of accumulative angles? The angles, the sum of measure of the accumulative angles at a point is 360 degree. 360 degree. We have all the angles around a point, all angles around a point, their sum is 180 degree. So as we say this angle, as we see this angle plus this angle, plus this angle, plus this angle, their sum will be 360 degree. Thus, and they called accumulative angles. They called accumulative angles. Accumulative angles. The sum of measure of the accumulative angles at a point is 360 degree. Angle CMB plus angle BMA plus angle AMD plus angle CMD equals 360. Let's see an example. Pay attention. We have a straight line and two straight lines intersect. AB intersect EC. So we have two straight lines intersect. So we have vertically opposite angles. Where is the vertically opposite angles? Angle AMC 50. And then the vertically opposite angle will be and angle. So angle EMP will be equal also 50 degree. The two angles are vertically opposite angles. The straight lines intersect. So the vertically opposite angles are equal in measure. And we have angle EMB equal angle EMD. This angle equals this angle in measure, denoted by the same symbol. So angle EMB D equals 50 degree also. And as we see, we have BA a straight line. So angle EMB plus angle EMD plus angle DMA equal 180 degree. The sum of the two angles is 100. Then the third one will be 80 degree. Measure of angle, find measure of angle AMD. AMD. So the angle will be 80 degree. AMC equal BMD, vertically opposite angles, each one is 50 degree. And DME equal BME equals also 50 degree. And measure of angle CME equal 180 with angle. So AMD equals 180 minus 150 plus 50. It will be 80 degree. The angle bisector. The last part in our session is the bisector of the angle. What's the meaning of bisector of the angle? The bisector of the angle is a ray. The bisector is a ray which divided the angle into two equal halves or into two equal parts. If we have angle CAB and the ray AD bisect the angle into two equal parts, ray AD bisect the angle into two equal parts or into two equal halves. So we can say that AD is a bisector. Measure of angle BAD will be equal CAD. Again, AD is a bisector. If AD is a bisector, so angle DAB equals CAD. And the bisector is a ray which divided the angle into two equal halves or into two equal parts. Complete the following. The two complements angle. The two complements angles are the two angles whose the sum of their measure is what complement angles. Two complement angles. The complementary angles are 190 degree. 90 degree. The two supplement angles are the two angles whose the sum of their measure is what? 180 degree. Supplementary angles, their sum is 180 degree. The angles whose measure is 50 complement to angle of measure what? We say that angles can be complementary angles if their sum is 90 degree. So if one of them is 90, so the other will be 90 minus 50 equals 40 degree. Now we finished our lesson and we say that, and we talk about the relation between angles. We talk about the complementary angles, and we say that the two angles are complementary angles if their sum is 90 degree. And supplementary angles, we can say that the two angles are supplementary angles if their sum is what? 180 degree. And we talk about the vertically opposite angles. And if we have two straight lines intersect, then the vertically opposite and vertically opposite angles are equal in measure. This angle will be equal to this angle, and this angle will be equal to this angle. And we talk about the accumulative angles, and the sum of measure of the accumulative angles at a point is 360. The sum of all angles around a point equals 360 degree, and the bisector of the angle or angle bisector, we say that the bisector is a ray which divided the angle into two equal parts. Thanks for any question? Any questions, my dear students?
No, thank you.
Th- Thank you. Thanks for your listening and see you in the next session. Thank you.